punch out?
Oh, no, not yet.
Yep. Alright, let's get rolling.
What the fuck was that?
Farted.
Jesus.
Rated R.
That's the Lord's name in vain. sure Queen Bee would turn this way. I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I agree.
Right. Fred's still there.
So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna shake when we go past that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They will be pretty bad.
Yeah. You will cry for your mama.
Yeah.
With tears, and then you'll go slow motion.
mean? But that could be a big part of the game plan. But yeah, they're perfectly comfortable with 6 defensive backs on the field.
Sounds like you want to play, rush 4, maybe 5, and play coverage, Doug. Like,
Yep.
keep things in front of you, make them find the open spot, make the receivers and the quarterbacks both find the open spot.
I watched the All-22 of Michigan-Alabama yesterday just to kind of get a better sense, because when you're doing the game, you lose track of stuff. Michigan played a lot of man, and they were successful. Washington's wide receivers are better than Bama.
Yes, without question.
And it's
and Penix is better than Milrow.
And I'm trying to sit there and evaluate, with how good Bama's wide receivers were. Like, hey, Jermaine Burton got hurt on the next to last play, but he was their big play guy. Isaiah Bond had the big 4th down catches in their last 2 games. Prentice, and they like 19, Kendrick, I think it's Kendrick Law. I've already flushed it from my memory. He's sort of their gadget guy. And so that's Jeremy Bernard for Washington. He's their gadget guy. He's got carries out of the backfield. He's a jet sweep guy, pop pass guy.
An X factor for Washington to combat your game plan is the tight end Jack Westover.
Yep.
Because he's caught everything that's been thrown to him, and he's emerging as a guy.
Yep.
And if you can't match up with him, that's going to be a problem. It's going to be a big problem. What benefited Michigan greatly, I think, in the game against Alabama is from the first play, they let Alabama know that the defensive line is going to be a problem. If McGregor gets through, gets to the quarterback, it's a problem. Without having to bring anybody else, that guy got through. Oh, crap, because that guy's not Mason Graham. It's not Grant. It's not Chris Jenkins. It's not any of these guys. It is McGregor. Crap.
Yeah.
So if they can, they'll find out early enough if they can get pressure without having to bring it from the extra linebacker.
I mean, we'll get into this more on Monday, obviously, but last week, late in the week, I was like, okay, I think the interior of Michigan's defensive line might have an advantage over the interior of Alabama's offensive line, and they did. This week, sort of my call to shot is huge games for the Michigan tight ends against Washington's defense, Colston Loveland and A.J. Barner. And I think Kang's right. I think this is a Blake Corum game. I think Corum is poised to have a huge game.
Quick look at special teams. Washington has not attempted a kick beyond 50 yards. Wonder if that's going to play any kind of factor in that.
So that kid just got put on scholarship after he made the game-winning kick over Washington State. He went through a stretch where I think he missed 3 in a row. I got to go back and monitor this before the game comes around and just make sure I'm correct on that. But that kid was a walk-on who's earned his spot and seems to be a bit of a team favorite. But you know what happened in the Sugar Bowl? Every single kickoff from him was returned. In this day and age, you don't see that a lot. And now, Michigan special teams were not outstanding a week ago.
But they've been good for the season.
They have been good.
It was a bad week for them, and Samaj Morgan can create some headaches.
All right, 248-539-9797. Do you agree with the game plan that we have put together here? Apparently, I'm the defensive coordinator. Kang's the offensive coordinator. Gator acting head coach. Do you agree with the game plan we're putting together here, or are we wrong? 248-539-9797. Carson Anderson, 97.1 The Ticket.
97.1 The Ticket.
If you always thought your heating costs were too high, it turns out they are. Detroit is in the top 10 most expensive places to heat your home in the entire country. The study just came out. That's a problem because heating your home is the most expensive part of your energy bill, by far. So what can you do? The Department of Energy says better insulation is the best way to lower your energy costs. And there is no better name in insulation than USA Insulation. Let's face it,
Pretty
doing
sure
builder's grade insulation isn't
that
enough to fight back against a
I'm
Detroit
gonna
winter
have to
or
shake.
these outrageous utility bills. You need USA Premium Foam in your walls. They've upgraded the insulation in over 125,000 homes. Yours should be next, because those heating costs are only going to keep rising as the years go on. When USA foams your walls, it's like putting a coat around your entire home. And you can get insulated now with low monthly payments that are interest-free for 18 months. At USA Insulation, we fix cold homes and high energy bills. 1-800-USA-FOAM. Stop freezing and start saving. 1-800-USA-FOAM.
USA Insulation.
24 Seconds Bar and Grill in Berkeley, the best place for great food, great atmosphere, and great specials. Special for Monday's Michigan National Championship game. Thursday night trivia is back. And save the hassle and book your spot today on the shuttle for this Sunday's game. Head on down to 24 Seconds. Grab a taste of the action.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head, and the total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-279-6652. 800-279-6652. 800-279-6652.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Don't miss out on limited time appliance deals during the closeout event at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save an extra $100 when you spend $999 or more on all major appliances. Hurry, these deals are too good to last long. Shop in-store or online today, because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid 1/4 through 1/24. Selection varies by location, while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for details.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car right in your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
One more reason to choose Michigan Auto Law.
We've handled cases in 15 states, resulting in record truck accident settlements. If you've been hurt in a car or truck accident, think about what we can do for you.
Autolaw.com.
Offense is staying on the field. They're going for the win with 23 seconds to go.
The Detroit Lions face the Minnesota Vikings at Ford Field. Lions game day begins Sunday at 10 on 97.1 The Tickets.
Doug Hart, Scott Anderson, 97 on the ticket. Open lines, 248-3997-97. And some picks coming up today, 138. Feedback, phone calls, do we get it right? Game plan, Michigan against Washington. Do you take issue with it? Let us know, 248-539-9797. By the way, Gator, I don't know if you ever heard of, I think it's either Jollibee or Jollibee.
And I brought this up to you guys, remember?
No.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna
Please don't be mad.
No, remember I brought this up to you guys because I told you it looked like something fake from like a Simpsons cartoon or whatever, like a fast food place, like it's not real. Gator looked up the mascot or the whatever you want to call it, of the restaurant, and because it's coming to Sterling Heights and it's a big deal in the Filipino community. Gator, do you remember?
Vaguely.
I even podcasted it.
They're opening their first Michigan restaurant.
Yeah, big deal.
And there seems to be some growing excitement out of this. So you've not heard of it?
Well, you don't remember that.
I don't remember. Yeah. Do you? Obviously, you've heard of it. You know a lot about it.
Yes.
Why?
Why do I know a lot about it? Or
yeah.
I mean, it's, like I said, it's very big in the Filipino community, and it's they're obviously it started in the Philippines. The first restaurant in America was in California, I don't know, 10, 20 years ago or something. It's kind of branched out to other places. Vegas has a few of them. Chicago's, I think, the closest one. There's Toronto, Mississauga. Those are the closer ones to Michigan. This is the first one in Michigan. It's basically it's fried chicken.
Yeah, it's described as, and I think it was, I don't know if it was M Live or The Freep, I should find out. Popular Filipino fried chicken chain.
Yeah, but they also have spaghetti with hot dogs in it. It's a sweet spaghetti. And I remember I was telling you guys about this.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
and you know everyone's like raises an eyebrow to that. They have like they have other stuff, but essentially it's a fast food chicken joint.
And should we be excited?
I know a lot of people that are excited. They've delayed the opening. It was supposed to open, I think, in November or something. It kept getting pushed back. Now they have a date, right? January 12th, I believe it is. It's out by Lakeside Mall, next to the Golden Circle. Some people call it something else.
I know. We'll just go with Circle.
Yes. Gator, you know what I'm talking
I've heard it.
You remember that one?
I do. How do you pronounce it?
Jollibee.
Jollibee.
And you see the mascot's like a bee that's happy. A Jollibee.
Jollibee?
Oh, that makes sense.
Doug, they have chicken sandwiches as well. Would you like me to bring you?
I mean,
it's going to be a bit of a wait, but
yeah. I mean, at some point, I think we need to sample this. And yeah, I'll eat bird. So I'm in.
I'll eat bird.
They got a spicy chicken sandwich as well.
Yeah. There were some bad decisions in LA.
Yeah, January 2024 is not a healthy card.
It's been off to a very bad start. And, you know, you get done with the Rose Bowl, you're at the hotel, you're hungry. Like, what is there? Is there Chick-fil-A around here? No. What restaurant's open? Nothing. And your daughter says there's Grubhub. And then the next thing you know, you're eating this $20 Chick-fil-A sandwich that you just bought.
You sure she didn't steal your credit card?
I'm not sure. All right, here we go. Feedback coming in on Michigan and Washington. Owen writes in, Washington has the 90th ranked defense. If Michigan goes too conservative, they may give away an opportunity to exploit Washington's weakness. Run Blake for sure, but not too much. Next text. Thank God Douglas doesn't game plan. You get beat that way. You get beat 49-21 that way. From Dave in Chesterfield. Saw the stat from Joel Klatt. The worst total team defense to win a national championship since the BCS era was 53rd ranked Auburn. Washington's is 97th. Similar stat with SP+. Worst SP+ defense was 30th. Washington is 44th. Unnamed texter. Spartan fan, I think Michigan needs to turn JJ loose and turn it into an air raid offense. Not really run the ball. That's your bread and butter. I see what he did there.
See what he did there?
Yep.
Went back up.
Yep. Michigan's defensive plan sounds good, but on offense, don't change a thing. Washington has like the 40th ranked defense. When Michigan has played the teams in the same range, they've scored 45 plus in both games. Grind it out and hit them with play action. 38-24 Michigan.
Like, I'm not fearful of Washington. That's why, but I also don't want to get in a shootout. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you want to play that game with Washington.
I don't either.
Because they're good at that game.
That's their game.
Yes.
You know? That's their game. And Penix, like if Penix is on, I've watched good Penix and bad Penix this year. Bad Penix is a pretty damn good quarterback. Good Penix is incredible. So you're going to be facing a good quarterback. It's just a matter of how good. Because, I mean, there's weird variables that the most boring analysis in the world, and I said it before Michigan, Alabama, is you just got, if you play your game, your best, if you really put together a typical you performance, you'll be fine. But some days you just don't show up in these games, and it sucks.
At halftime of the Washington-Texas game, it was tied. And at the end of the third quarter, they're like, what the hell happened? Texas, right?
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Yep.
He's only, there haven't been many opportunities where he hasn't been.
They got the wrecking ball, so
right?
it's like they're getting ready
in a row there,
to
Washington State and Oregon State
tear down
back-to-back weeks.
Pasquale's
And to
building.
be fair, Oregon State was in an absolute
So they got the windows
deluge.
all
I mean,
boarded up.
Yeah, they won by 2 points, 22-20. They beat Washington State the following week, 24-21. Those are 2 tough weeks in a row.
Yeah, I
That
think
included
this
a
might
fourth
be
down
it.
conversion inside their own 30 at the end.
And between those 2 games, he threw for 366 yards in those 2 games. I mean, he's got a half dozen games alone where he's thrown for that, let alone you have to use 2 to do it. So if you eliminate the deluge game, then what, you look at the Washington State game and see what was Washington State able to do? Again, it's a rivalry game.
It's a rivalry game, and you can sometimes, they say, Gator, you can throw out the records.
So you look at Oregon twice. Oregon played them close both times. Both times I thought they'd win, but they didn't. And he was, again, very good in those games, but only one touchdown pass in the 34-31 win.